In today's video, I'm going to be telling you signs and how to know that your specific person is coming back. These are based on my personal experience and what happened to me when I was on the on and off push and pull journey with my SB. And these signs were so obvious that there was no way it was a coincidence. First of all, I do not believe in coincidences. I believe that everything happens for a reason. There is a reason behind everything. Sign number one is you will start seeing synchronicities, angel numbers, or just things and signs right before your SB comes back to you. I would start seeing 2222 and 2323, and especially 2222. This is our number. Like, I just kept seeing it and knowing and feeling that my SB is coming back. I remember a few nights before he sent me a follow request and came back into my life, I was journaling before bed as always, listening to music while writing down things that I'm grateful for. I looked at the clock on my laptop and I saw 2222, and at the very time I felt connection and I felt him thinking about me. Words cannot describe this feeling. You just know. It's the inner knowing. I just felt it, and every single time we were in no contact, whenever I started seeing 2222 or 2323, within the matter of days or weeks he would always come back. So yeah, you will start seeing signs and things that remind you of them, something that is exclusive to you and your specific person. For example, one time I saw the same exact hat and the brand that is pretty niche and it's not one of these known brands or companies. It was literally the one that my specific person used to wear. This sign was so oddly specific. Like, that hat that nobody else wears was literally behind somebody's windshield on my way home from work. I literally saw same brand, same logo, same color. And mind you, like I said, this brand is really niche and not known, so it was oddly specific to see that exact same model of the same hat or cap behind somebody's windshield. Another thing oddly specific to us would be seeing the American Airlines airplane. And again, this is oddly specific, but like I said, every couple has their own thing that you connect with or that reminds you of them. You have different signs unique to your person and your circumstance. For me, it was airplanes, but not just any airplane. It was specifically American Airlines airplane. So whenever I saw the airplane, I just knew it's a sign from the universe that I cannot miss. And again, these were so oddly specific to mine and his circumstance that there was no way that it was a coincidence. Another thing is that you cannot really explain it to other people because, you know, some people might just brush it off as, oh, this is just a coincidence. I do not believe in coincidences. And I just knew. It's the inner knowing. Now, how to tell the difference between a genuine sign from the universe that your SP is close and connected to you and thinking of you, to then this being reaching and a fake sign and you being desperate and looking for these signs, because there is a difference. The inner knowing, you just know. Words cannot describe this. It's a feeling that you get whenever it is a true, genuine sign. Nobody else in your 3D will understand it unless they also believe in manifestation, but I can guarantee you that no one in your 3D most likely will understand that these are all real, genuine signs from the universe unless the person also believes in manifestation and is open-minded and non-judgmental. Like I said, this video and this whole channel is based on my genuine, true life experiences. I do not copy and paste or just fake my stuff. This is approved by me, things that I have actually lived through and manifested and attracted to my reality, my honest, raw opinions. So I was in the two modes before in the past, as in, I know the difference between a real sign from the universe and a fake sign, aka you just reaching, literally reaching and chasing and making up that sign and being desperate. How do you know that the sign is actually real and not you being desperate for looking for the evidence and the signs. The best way to tell those apart is the inner knowing, like I have mentioned. Whenever I was doing good and working on myself and living my life and genuinely being happy and detaching from the outcome and working on myself so that I feel fulfilled being on my own, this is when the signs naturally started showing up. And it's not like I was reaching and looking for these signs anymore. When I wasn't secure with the knowing and trusting myself and the universe that we are going to unite eventually, I would literally wait for the American Airlines airplane, for example, because I live close to the airport. So there's nothing new for me to see these airplanes, but it had to be this specific American Airlines airplane. So whenever I was desperate and needy, I was looking for these signs and waiting, looking up and making sure and checking whether this is American Airlines. It just felt wrong because I was the one looking for it. Versus whenever I actually lived my life, I didn't care to look and grasp for these signs. This is when the airplane literally went by and I didn't have to look for it. I just looked up because why not? I just looked around and then I saw the airplane and I was like, okay, I see you. He's thinking about me, it's close. The universe rewarded me for patience and all that. So these signs literally fall into your lap and hit you, smack you in the face when you don't look for them and you don't chase them. If you know, you know. This is one of those things. So sign number one is seeing signs, synchronicities, whether this is angel numbers, like I said, all those little weird, out of the blue, out of ordinary signs that for the rest of people, they just look ordinary. What do you mean? It's just an airplane. You literally live by the airport. But again, words cannot describe it. You just know when you see those signs. Sign number two, people from your past start coming back and showing up in your life. And in general, you're just being more social. So either you are reconnecting with people from the past or meeting new people, new faces. So for me, I knew I was on the right track and I knew my SP was close and we were close to reunion and him coming back because I noticed that people from the past just started reaching out to me and just randomly being like, how are you doing? Wanting to hang out with me. And the reason for it is because when you focus on yourself, like I was focusing on myself, living in the end, I just knew he was going to come back. I knew he was the one. I knew we are meant for each other. I just held the knowing. I was living my life, but I was learning how to detach and heal. And this is the key. When I was living my life and healing and doing all of the inner work, I became so magnetic to the point people from the past were coming back into my life and wanting to hang out with me and wanted my free time to spend time with them because I was so magnetic. And the crazy thing is, when I was vibrating so high, I attracted people from years, even decades ago, back into my life out of the blue, messaging me, hey, how have you been? I haven't spoken to you in 15 years or even more than that. Like, what are the odds? Again, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Manifestation is not rational. Crazy things like that happen when you genuinely raise your frequency and start healing and working on your self-concept. This is why I am so against the just affirm mindset, because when you affirm for your SP to unblock you, you might manifest that, they might unblock you and come back into your life, but if you're still insecure and still haven't healed, you're not going to keep your specific person in your life because all you do is just affirm, but you don't want to heal what's broken inside.